What if I told you there is a 100x play on this market that you just have to get into? And not just get into because buying is easy, you have to hold as well. You have to have very good reasons of why to hold. Today we're talking about Momo. We are finalizing the thesis why this play can actually be going to billions and billions of dollars in market cap, and why, if you know about this play already and you did not act, just this might be the biggest regret you would have in the whole crypto cycle that is unleashing right now. Make sure to press the like button. If you're a current Momo holder, leave in the comments why. One reason why you're holding the coin at this stage. Without further ado, let's start. First of all, I wanted to talk and explain the recent dips that happened on Momo chart. As you can see, we were just up only up until this point, and then we started this long correction. I just wanted to explain what actually was happening here. Many of you probably are wondering, the chart was up only, why it is printing corrective structures now? Well, the answer to that is simple: market makers. When Momo got listed on 6 exchanges simultaneously and for free, Momo got listed on 6 exchanges at the same day. Happens almost never. Up only chart and absolutely for free as well. Up only chart quickly turned into a corrective one and started to print classic market making patterns. Reason for that: there are 6 market makers working on it currently. The goal of the market makers is to shake out regular people on the market, to make sure they won't be able to make any money. Shake out as much of regular retail people as they only can. Why they do that? Well, usually to prepare the asset for sending much higher. The goal is simple: to shake people out and change hands. This one is very important. Hands change is when all the holders that are in big profits are selling and new holders are entering at the current market cap. Imagine someone entered at 500k, he's up like 20x at this stage. He would be eager to take profits, right? And if the chart goes higher, he would essentially block the chart from going high because he holds a nice amount of supply, so he would be just dumping. The goal there is to make sure that this guy would sell lower, he would panic, he would see the chart going lower, and new holders would essentially enter, and they would be entering at high market caps. Let's say they enter at 8 million, 9 million, 10 million, 11 million. To get 2x, 3x, 20x, they would have to hold till $200 million. That's why it's better. They in general just better holders in the first place, and this is just a basic stuff that any market makers are essentially doing on this market, which means they're eventually going to hold for long and be a better holder base moving further, simply because they have to wait for a higher market cap to be in a bigger profits. I just explained that. The game is simple and the game is dirty. Centralized exchanges are like bandits in this way, and Momo is a caravan that is going from point A to point B, billions. Can go in a straight line, not right now, but it will be there eventually. Hold, zero worry, and be comfy. The hull of this girl will be hurt by billions. Momo Thesis summed up. I like it very much. It's very short, and you can almost print it on a fridge, I don't know, somewhere, or you can just explain the Momo Thesis in this manner very simply. Momo, not bundled, organic growth, 6 centralized exchange listings for free. Let's BONK liquidity ecosystem. That's a very interesting and main thing, one of the main things out there, because yeah, it's BONK sister, that's a nice narrative. It's a female Shiba, this is a narrative that will take it to billions, right? But it's also a bet on Let's BONK ecosystem doing better, doing way better, moving further as well. And I will tell you something about Let's BONK ecosystem, because why you are awaiting, why you're scared, why you're not acting, people from the Let's BONK ecosystem are actually acting on Momo. And this is just not me seeing that and stating that. This is something you can see on chain, this is something you can see with the money flows out there, and right now I'll actually show you that. Momo is on top in the middle of blood by a really big margin. Non-believers will see soon enough, but it will be too late by then. Click to enlarge. Momo 40% growth, and we can see all the meme coins from BONK ecosystem, they're essentially going lower, right? What is the reason for that? Why meme coins are going lower? Is it the money evaporates anywhere? No, the money is not going anywhere. People take profits and then they decide where they want to allocate their profits. And following this chart, following these metrics, what we are seeing is that people are deciding from the Let's BONK ecosystem to allocate their money into Momo. Why is this happening? Because they see that this is an obvious premier narrative. They see what is happening with the project. They see what type of appeal it actually would have for regular people, and already has. They see what type of community there is. They are making these decisions only based on their own analysis of Momo coins out there. Very interesting thing. Something I also wanted to share is that Sapoman just recently said that Momo is also a great narrative. Let's listen to that for 1 second.
Momo is BONK's sister, so it's a good narrative.
It's not just about BONK's sister at this stage, but it will be more about some other things, right? 2 days ago I shared Momo with Cryptoman Ren. On this show he had the page of Momo open on his show. Thank you, Cryptoman Ren. That's very interesting. That's very interesting that Ren from Crypto Banter has Momo page opened. Probably nothing, guys, right? Probably nothing out there. Let's move on. Moving further down the line, normie friendly, recognizable name, high hold account already, cult movement forming, female Shiba, new unused meta. This one is big because this one what people that truly sit in new coins actually focus their attention on. That's very interesting. Like, I've been talking to some whales guys, or talking to crazy whales as well, and I've been asking these things. Like, I just got some feedback from them. Well, I actually like this Momo narrative. And I asked why, and the only response was, it's female Shiba. That was never done before. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting about this narrative. Whales are accumulating 100%, you can see on the chart. Copy BONK success playbook. Not just BONK. I think the project is trying to copy the Doge and Shiba Inu success as well. And again, I'm not trying to bash on anyone here. I just do think there is a reason cycles are in place, and what was bought by the vast majority of people out there in the previous cycle will be bought by the vast majority of people in the current cycle as well, which is what? Which is Shiba Do, which is Momo. And as a confirmation of that, we have SPX holders swapping their SPX bags for Momo. I think he swapped around $80,000. Here is a better screenshot of that. $40,000 of SPX plus 2 million Momo, $40,000 of XPX plus 2 million Boba. This is exactly what has happened. Why? Because people actually understand. Like, the reason he's an SPX whale is because he understands the market in the first place, right? And the things that I'm explaining, they totally make sense to these people. Again, they totally make sense to experienced people who have been doing very, very well in this market. Love it when they buy back higher bros. Well, that person is up nicely anyway, but still, I do believe a lot of people would actually be buying back Momo higher if they sold already, right? I do believe this is something that's happened already, and it will just increase. If you witness the runs of BONK, Weave, Bread, Fartcoin and Peanut, and then you know how real it gets. Confession time, I sold all those bags in the past and didn't leave a moon back. If you don't see Momo lining up as the next runner, that's fine. You'll just be buying in higher later. Eventually, you'll take the pink pill. The BONK whales and ecosystem build different. Look at this art, by the way, guys. Like, it's absolutely insane. Also, piece of art, will you take the pink pill? Imagine, it's everywhere. Like, it's on cups, it's on t-shirts, it's on pillows, it's everywhere. It's in grocery stores, it's on buildings. Will you take the pink pill? It's just ideal. Just awesome, just ideal. The paw of a dog with a peel out there. Some things from Murad I wanted to share as well. He's essentially very, very bullish on the coins that have a DCA culture, and he's saying that the coins that will have a DCA culture will outperform everything else, which totally makes sense, because if you have a constant inflow of people who just don't care, just from each and every paycheck they're buying some with money, and like, by the way, this was the winning Bitcoin strategy out there. The reason I'm sharing that is because I have seen this post. Going to do a daily top up of my bag until we hit $50 to $100 million. Do you know why? Because I believe any meme that has done multiple billions is from pure belief, pure strength and pure community. We have all of the above. Queen Shiba, the first female sheep to billions. Absolutely insane. I love seeing people just DCAing into the asset. When was the last time this happened? Michi, Mini, Sheep. You know why it stopped happening? Because market became too efficient, because KOLs got too greedy, leaving absolutely no option to make it for the regular guy. We change it. Let's BONK change it. LFG. The reason of this post is Momo cult is forming so many PFPs. This is like, there is an insane amount of PFPs out there on X, and people are just grinding, people are just working. That is definitely something that is happening. My pump thesis appears to have been very wrong. Making informed trades isn't gonna work right now. It's Uber driver season, LinkedIn coworker from 10 years ago season, brother-in-law season, loan the dumbest, most retarded zero-use alts you can find. What would your barista buy? I have a story to tell on that matter. At the peak of the previous cycle, and a friend of mine was in Turkey. He was not in Istanbul, he was not in the capital, he was in a smaller city out there. And in some weird district he went into grocery shop, and there was a guy in the grocery shop just working there. And the friend of mine was in crypto at that time, and he just decided to ask. And he asked, are you in crypto? Do you know something about crypto? The response was, yes, I'm in crypto. I hold Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Absolutely insane. just a grocery shop worker in Turkey in the middle of nowhere. Like a lot of you probably don't know where the Turkey is in the first place on the map, right? Despite the fact it's a pretty big country, you probably should know, like Roman Empire, Eastern Roman Empire was actually Turkey in the first place. And I do believe that the Renaissance in Europe started, not because of some magic reason, I do believe it started because Turks conquered Constantinople and people from Constantinople migrated to Europe, and they essentially started the Renaissance in Europe, right? Before that it was not possible, and mainly because it was Roman Empire. We call it Eastern Roman Empire, but it was Roman Empire. No one, the fact, at that time was calling themselves Eastern Roman Empire. They were just calling themselves Roman Empire, right? They just have seen that the West was conquered by some guys. And it's interesting how the history essentially repeats out there, right? Very, very interesting setup. The West has been conquered and the East is the only thing that stays there. Very interesting. We'll see how it will go, and we'll see how it will get developed. Last but not least, guys, the last thing I will be showing. This is the message, like all of you know this guy, right? And I think I'm ahead of just about anyone with my thoughts here, which aren't crazy. But they just also aren't the thoughts anyone has in memes right now. And everyone's still getting rocked on complete garbage that has zero chance to be either. Top tier narrative that spreads like wildfire and can retain perceived value even after hype because it gains value as a ratio of something bigger. He's talking about better plays on some chains and things like that, right? We have it here, but also we have this wildfire setup in terms of Momo, in terms of female Shiba Inu. Big successful brand that has real perceived value of longevity, potential, relevance, past, short term. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. Maybe I will see you the day after tomorrow. Stay healthy and rich. Press the like button and bye bye.